Welcome to the 5 secret steps to branding your X Factor. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to respect your time in this 1-hour webinar where I have an amazing guest, Runa Magus, who is the branding expert. She is the lady I go to, tons of contacts that I have when you just need to take your business and your brand to the next level. She is the one that can do it. Some of us, the year's coming to an end in 2014, and you want to start out 2015 with a bang. You want it to be a phenomenal year. You want to end on a strong note, and you want your brand and your business to be known. So what we're going to do is introduce Runa, and then we're going to let her take over and just give you the secrets, and I am so thankful she agreed to do it. Now, just so you know, some of you may be wondering, who is Runa? I just want to introduce you to this motivational, this business branding woman who is a phenomenal speaker, strategist, but she lives, breathes, and just sleeps branding. For a lifetime entrepreneur, co-founder of the company Brandit, and she's also the author of the book Branding Your X Factor. And it shows you that a secret to success that's already right in front of you, and she is just such an amazing person. She's gotten great reviews from the Huffington Post and just so much more that she can offer. And with this webinar, she's going to answer any questions through her slide and presentation. And from there, she's going to have a special deal at the end of the webinar. So just stay tuned. I am really excited for you guys just to be able to talk to and hear Runa and, see what she has to say and learn the secrets, because you can end this year strong. And I'm so ready for Runa just to take it to the next level. Are you guys ready? Here we go.
Well, hello everybody. It's Runa over here in Iceland. Yes, in Iceland, where it is at this time of the year, we have this beauty of darkness, more or less. Gives us the opportunity to explore the world of nice candlelights and coziness. Yeah, this is what we call when you do everything that you can to have your glass half full. But thank you, Kisha, for your really nice introduction, and thank you everyone who was on this call. I am really honored to be asked to have and given the opportunity to speak about a topic that I am so terribly passionate about, as you can probably hear already. But what I really want to do was start our talk today is I'm interested to see, where do you guys come from? Who is on this call? So it would be beautiful to see where you come from, so that I can see where are these people coming from, where are they calling in from. You can put it into the chat content below, or
I think one has a question.
All right. Is that possible, Kisha?
Yes, I think Kashi Samuel. I think he has a question. Kashi, are you there?
Yes. I don't have any question. I'm just listening to your branding X Factor strategies.
Okay.
Awesome. All right, Runa, so you can keep going. I'm gonna just put it on mute so that you can keep going without any background.
Okay, excellent. I will continue. Before I start, what I really want to do, I want to see how many of you would really be interested to know what is your X factors. What is the things that makes you different, makes you special? And I wanna hear from you guys. What are the things that you think is special about you? And I wanna, because I think I often get this question when I'm talking about X Factor and branding your X Factor. People ask me, well, what, you mean that I have an X Factor? Is the most common questions that I get. And I want to tell you, yes. I want to start by telling you, yes, you do have an X Factor. There is already something that people see in you that no one else has. So, and I'm seeing that my screen is frozen at the moment, so I'm going to try to see if I can take that off here.
I see your screen.
You see the screen?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, but it's frozen.
Okay.
Okay. It's not exactly showing me. Okay, here it goes. So therefore, what I wanted to point out to you that this one of the things that you can do instantly, and you know maybe you're going, I'm just starting this webinar and you're already telling me what to do. Well, I'm not exactly telling you what to do. What I wanted, however, to encourage you to do is to start immediately today to figure out what is it that makes you different, what is it that differentiates you from everyone else out there, and that is your X Factor. It's everything that has to do with you as you are. So I started this Facebook challenge. It was actually a couple of my friends who started this with me, where people are sharing exactly this question to their network, simply asking them, tell me, what do you see as my X Factor? And the whole idea is for people to share, to get the information about an insight into what is it that other people see in me. So I encourage you after this call to go to my site. You can see there's a little bit.ly URL on this slide. If you go in there after the call, share that with your network and start to get the knowledge of who really am I? What is it that makes me me? So, okay, I've started out by asking you to do something, but hang on a minute, because I'm going to really tell you a lot in this little webinar. There's a lot that I need to cover, and there's a lot that I want to cover. Because as Kisha said, and I agree with that, I breathe both in and out this topic. So for me, if I have the opportunity to shake someone up and start to think about this, then I am a happy bunny. But let's start with, so who is Runa? Who is really Runa? And what is my X Factor? Well, I can really tell you about, I can talk about myself and I can brand myself with different association, different things that I can brand myself. I'm the motivational personal branding speaker and strategist. I'm author of the book, Branding Your X Factor. I am one of the founding member and advisory board member at ATL Europe. That's the Association of Transformational Leaders in Europe. I own several companies. I'm active in several boards as advisor and as well on boards. But I'm mostly passionate about supporting entrepreneurs and what I call one-upreneurs, the ones who people are out there who really have been thinking about how can I take my career to another level? How can I start even my own? How can I change these things that I'm in, often trapped? So I'd love to help people there to discover and brand their X Factor so that they can really start to share their authentic, true gift to the world. So I hope you're ready for what I'm going to share with you today, because like Kisha said, yeah, I put it down into 5 little secrets, and they, like with everything that is simple, is something that we often don't notice. We think it's a common sense, but at the same time, for some reason, common sense isn't always so common as a practice. So that's what I want to do with you today. I want to share with you my 5 secrets, and I want to share with you what it is that you can instantly do today to start to figure out your own brand. And I already gave you one exercise to do with your network. to figure out your X factor. But I'm going to continue my little introduction here and my talk and presentation, and I do hope that you will pop in with questions which I will answer at the end of my presentation. So thank you so much. So let's start with it. What is really a brand? What is a brand when you think about it? The first thing that I hear most people think when they think about a brand is they think about a logo, or they think that it's a website or a business card, or they think, when I talk about personal branding, they think about, oh, that's just for celebrities. They think of the Kardashians, or I don't know. That's often the thing that they think about. But the thing is, a brand isn't your logo. It isn't just your website. It isn't just a business card. And it definitely is not just for celebrities. It is actually, when I think about it, it's all there and a whole lot more. It's that whole thing, when you take it together, that's when it comes a really, really powerful brand. It's when everything speaks together. It's when your business card is speaking as the same language as your website. It speaks the same language as your tagline. It speaks the same language as what you promised to do, and it speaks the same language as your colors, as the font. When everything pops in together, that really becomes a powerful brand. And you can probably see that when you think about brands such as that have significant meaning in our minds, like Apple. What are the things that you think about then? You probably see technology, you see widescreen, you see cleanness. There is a certain topic, that pictures that pop up in your mind. And the same thing goes with you as an individual. You are a brand. And here's the thing. If you're in business, or whether you are working in a corporate world or you have your own business, you're constantly selling yourself. I know people hate this. Many people hate the thought that they are selling themselves. But what I mean by that is that just by coming up with an idea or having a say in a topic or in a conversation, you're constantly coming up with something that other people are going to either agree with or they're going to disagree with. You're selling your idea, or you're selling something around you. And as people do continue to buy from other people that they know, they like, they trust, having a really strong brand that instantly gives your audience, the people that are around you, the feeling of who you are and what it is that you stand for and why they should come to you for that certain thing, is therefore vitally important. And what I want you to do, and what I really encourage you to start to think about, is to think of yourself as an authority in your field. And that is probably one of the first steps to think about it. What is it that I really want people to see, feel, and think when they think about me? It's really, talking about simple, well, that's how it is. But let's go a little bit deeper. What is exactly a brand? And here I'm talking about both you as a personal brand, and I'm talking about company brands, because it's basically the same thing here. Okay, your brand is your promise. It's your promise that you do and the promise that you will never do. So it's something that pops when we know and we trust, because we've seen things happen again and again with someone. He continues to do something for us. We see them do something out of the corner of our eyes. We see something on the social media or whatever. We kind of like we follow them without following them, but there's something there. When that is consistent, that whatever that you are doing, that's the thing that people will think about. It's just how it is. Your brand will as well tell your audience exactly what they can expect from you. What they can expect from you as your product, as your services, as the thing that you're doing. You know how it is. There is someone that pops up when you think about, let's say, for an example, you think about someone who you need an accountant. There is a person that probably pops up in your mind. Now, you want to be that person in your field. You want to be the one that pops up in other people's mindsets. So being clear on that is therefore essential. A really strong brand instantly differentiates you, can show you and differentiate you from the rest of your competitors. And here it is, what most of us fall into. We fall into this trap of trying to please everyone and trying to be a commodity. And this is what I really like you to think about. If you really truly want to stand out, if you really truly want to make just your dream come true with your business and the whole lot, find what the things that makes you different, that makes you unique, and start to show it. Start really to show it. Brand is about who you are. It's always about who you want to be, where you want to position yourself. And it is most importantly how other people perceive you. It can be sometimes really frustrating, but this is what it is. And as Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, said so beautifully, he said, personal brand is what people say about you when you leave the room. Now you all been there when someone leaves the room and say, he or she is so good on this and that, or whatever we say, that is something there. So that was a very quick thing about what is a brand. Here's the fact. Like I said, you are already a brand. There is already something that people think about when they think about you. There is already something that they feel. There's already something that pops up in their mind when your name is in the discussion. The question is, and this is what I really wanted to think about, is it what you want people to think of? Are they talking about the things that you want them to talk about? Or is it something that you are maybe not so keen that they talk about? You have a lot to say here, although you can't quite control what other people are saying about you. What you can control is all your actions. It's about how you perceive yourself. It's about how you communicate yourself. It's about how you treat other people. It's about how you promise to do things and you do or you don't. It's about all of these things that will eventually and is eventually your brand today. So I'm going to jump from here. I'm going to jump directly into the 5 secrets of branding your X factor, and I'm going to do that truly with the intention that this is something that is of value for you, that you start today immediately to think about for yourself what is it that you can do today to figure out what makes you unique, to figure out what it is that you want people to think about, and to figure out what is it that is truly, authentically you. And I would also love it if you would allow yourself to think and ask yourself the question, what would it be for me if I could just simply be myself? What would it be for me if I could simply be authentically who I was born on this planet to be? What would that really mean for me? And I really would like you to ask yourself that question. Because a strong, authentic personal brand is a brand that has that clarity. And that's exactly what I want to start with when I talk about the 5 secret steps to branding your X factor. Step number 1 is indeed clarity. And what do I mean by clarity? You see, if we think about people that we look up to, people who are in our minds successful, you often see, and I would actually say always see, that there is a certain clarity around them. they seem to know where they're going. They seem to have a plan. They seem to have a clear future vision. They have a roadmap that they're following. Now, they're very clear on what it is that they want out of life. They're very clear on what is it that lights their fires, that gives them that energy, that keeps them on the track no matter what happens, their passion. They're also very clear on what it is that they stand for, their future values, in their personal values, I was going to say, the things that they can always go to when they stand in front of difficult hurdles in their lives. They can always go back to their personal values and take really strong decision from that point. They're also clear on what it is that they want other people to see in them, and they have a clear strategy on how they're going to go to where their destination is, that future vision, that the thing that they want to achieve in life. So and everything that they do, they have that clarity. And with really strong personal brands, we're talking about clarity, like they have a really good personal brand statement or a tagline. You can instantly see when they're talking online, meaning in their blogs or whatever, that it's the same person that is there as well when you meet them in person, that this is someone who is really real, like we say. So all that is clarity. So the first secret that I'm sharing with you is probably the most important thing ever, because when you have that clarity, the rest really falls into place. Now, and what do I mean by the rest? Okay, those are the secrets, number 2, 3, 4, and 5. I do hope that you're ready for number 2. What happens when you have all that clarity? When you really know these things, I am telling you, your confidence really boosts up. Because when you know these things, your confidence and your self-esteem really builds up. You have then in front of you plan. You found your purpose, and you follow that purpose with that clarity, and you can constantly go into your plan and why you're doing this and what it is that you want out of it. You have all that clarity, so your confidence will boost up that. And who doesn't want confidence when I think about it? Well, those people that I've been working with and have been helping out with, this is probably one of the factors that I feel majority of them have been struggling with, finding confidence and having the confidence, the courage to step into whatever it is that they truly want out of life. So being able to help them, I can't tell you how rewarding that is to see their confidence just poof, off they go when I just see a white stroke after them, which is beautiful. Beautiful. But okay, but what does confidence, when you have clarity on who you are, where you're going, why you're doing it, your mission statement, your tagline, you have all that in front of you and you're just on the way, you find your way to communicate your unique value without the fear that you are coming across as being cocky or being too much of yourself, or all of those things that I think I have still not met anyone on this planet who has said to me, I would love to be cocky. Sorry, I have not. No matter whom I talk to, no matter where they come from, everyone has a little bit of a struggle there. And it isn't, when I talk about to communicate your value, it's about being able to tell people what it is that you are doing and why you're doing it, and how you can actually be of service for other people. And you can do that by pointing out the things that are authentically you. It's like no-brainer. Like I said before when I started the whole thing, I said, hey, I'm going to tell you a lot about things that are simple, that are clear, but they might not be such a common practice thing. So communicate your unique value and do it with this clear way will absolutely boost your brand. And then we go to number 4. Are you ready for that? Here's the thing. Consistency. When you can start, when you are consistently doing, showing, talking, living, being yourself, and you consistently show that in everything that you do, that will eventually build your brand. Because as the ones who are around you, people around you that are, like I said before, they're maybe not your best friends today, but they're following. They are in one way or another, they're noticing you, even subconsciously they're noticing you. When you constantly are doing something that they know, here there's something always happening with this person. There is something that he or she is so passionate about, and they're doing these things that are so unique and sound so exciting, and it just, that's the thing that gives them the belief that you are who you say you are. So consistency is a key thing, and this has to do with as well not only your actions, it has to do with consistency and your colors, the colors that you want to represent your brand, the fonts that you want to use that are supposed to represent your brand as well. The consistency that your website has anything to do with your business card. Wow, that's something that you need to think about as well. All of that, and of course your actions, your daily actions, need to be consistent. So being authentic and being who you are, that is probably the easiest way to do it, because that's just who you are. You're not pretending. And how beautiful is that? Number 5, if anyone is interested into seeing that, committed. Oof, yeah. It takes commitment to go all the way. I personally do not believe in any quick solutions. Being committed with the things that you're doing will definitely take you where you want to go. It just is what it is. But doing it from a place that is authentically you, when doing it from a place that excites you, that you feel has a purpose for you, that you feel that you want to stand for this, for being who you are, will give you, it's much easier to stay committed on that road than being committed on something that you think you're supposed to be. Huge difference. Huge difference. So having that clarity that I talked about on those things that is already you and value who you authentically are, it just makes it so much easier. At the end of the day, and here's just something that I really have to share with you, if I have not been clear so far, but at the end of the day, it is all you need to succeed is already right there in front of you. I know myself, for years I didn't pay attention to what other people were saying to me. I thought that was just nothing special. I could do it, then everybody can do it. Sounds familiar? But here's the thing. The moment that I started to pay attention to what other people said to me, and I started to not only pay attention to it, but I started to think about, okay, how can I use that for a higher good? How can I use my natural skills to help other people? How can I use what is just naturally me to help other people to find who are they? So this has brought me to this place, and today, as when I'm working with professional people, I would call them fast forward thinking, heart-centered professionals who truly just want to work with purpose and passion and take their brand out there and make it really shine with their authenticity and clarity. So I say what you need is already right there, and my phrase is in front of your tits. It could be in front of your nose, it could be in front of your forehead, whatever you say, but I say it's right there in front of your tits. So it isn't about what you think you're supposed to be doing, it's all about who you authentically are. Now, I wondered if there are anyone who agrees with me on this theory of mine. I do hope so, because I want to share with you 3 ways that I think can really help people to start the process of identifying their X factor and then taking it all the way to brand it, to be who you authentically are. And I want to share with you those 3 ways that you can boost your career today with this. There are a few steps on the way, but my God, when you start the process, you don't want to stop, because it's something so powerful. Now, Kisha told you about that I just published this book called Branding Your X Factor. And the book has, I'm so honored to see how the reactions that I've gotten from the book, from people worldwide who are coming back to me and they're saying, you know, this sounds and looks so easy, and it's I couldn't believe it when I was reading it, and I thought to myself, wow, I can do this too. I can tell you, when I get these remarks, I can do this too remark, I think, yes, go ahead and do it. So the first thing that I want to tell you to do, and I want to offer you in a special deal, is to simply go ahead, download that book, and I want to give you more than just download the book. I want to give you 2 e-workbooks. So it's not only the book, but it's a lot of questions and a lot of guidance that can help you identify your X factor. And so that you can really start to take those little steps. And I mean, the price of this is only $19, and you have a little URL that you can write down to just go for this deal instantly, and it's right there on your computer before you know it. What do I cover in this book? In this book, I covered the process of how to discover your own X factor, and I use a lot of stories, both my own and my clients' stories, how they have done it and what it has given them, and it's basically step-by-step process. So a lot of exercises are in the book, a lot of freebies, is actually bonuses inside that you can instantly download so that you can start the process. So go to the URL that I have down there, and I know that Kisha will as well share that URL with you. You can instantly download it and start it. If you want it in a paperback, you can go and Google it on Amazon. It's there on paperback. But then, of course, there are no workbooks that go along with that. This is one step to do it. If you are interested to take things a little bit more further than just reading the book and doing the exercises, I'm giving on the beginning of the year, next year, January 6th and January 8th, I'm going to do 2 live Q&A sessions, a little exercise / Q&A for people who want to really start a little bit more, start to look at their own brand and see how can I do this? What is it that I need to take it to the next level? Here's the opportunity that you can ask any questions you want around the topic. Here's the opportunity to get a little bit more insight into the process and start to figure out where you want to position yourself as an expert in your field. So gaining more clarity is this second step that I want to offer you. And as you can see, the value of this is $197, but I am going to offer you this one on this call for $97. So I'm giving $100 away on this one. But it's really going to be a fun sessions, 2 sessions, more clarity. We can always do with more clarity. And that brings me to the third option, and probably the third option are for people that are ready, that just want this, that have been on crossroads, they've been thinking about how can I really take myself to the next level. The third option is really for people that are ready to go out there, are ready to boost the 2015, make it yours that year, and make it do to the fullest. It's a weekend online boot camp that I set up. A boot camp that is a mixture of video trainings with live sessions with both me and my special guests, experts in this field who are going to join me over the weekend in a live calls. So you can have your videos to do all the things to work on yourself and to see where you want to position yourself. And then over the weekend, there will be 4 different sessions where you are live. I'm going to be live with my guest, taking you more thoroughly into the process. This is a weekend that I personally have been waiting to do for people in my network, and for people that are coming to me and say, I just need some work done here. I am confused, and I want to help, especially those that are confused and don't know where they're going, that they are out there. And it's going to be the weekend, actually the second weekend in January, 10th and 11th of January. So Saturday and Sunday, a mixture, as I said, of you can listen to videos where you can stop and start and stop as you please. And then afterwards, in between, when you're working and doing your work and getting your clarity there, we have the live sessions that are going to be priceless. So in this online bootcamp, there is everything that I offered you in package number 1, everything that I offered you in package number 2 is in that, plus the whole weekend bootcamp. So indeed, you are actually getting a whole lot in this one big valued package. So in that bootcamp, you're going to be creating your future vision. You're going to be tapping into and how you can tap into your passions and be always alive, having that fire going inside you. You're going to be able to discover your core values. I will help you to create your personal brand statement. Through this process, you can find your brand colors, the colors that represent your brand, that are going to give more visibility, give more, I should say, credibility to your brand character and your brand voice, which I will be helping you out with as well. And at the end of the weekend, you should have strategy, how you're going to position yourself and how you're going to promote your personal brand for the year 2015. Woo, I hope you're as excited as I am, because I can't wait for this weekend. I think it's going to be beautiful. Okay, the whole thing is valued $1,497. And that's actually a good deal, I think, because this is what I've put in together here is actually something that people have been paying me a whole lot more for when I've been working with them. So I already think that this deal is something really of value. If you think about it, it's your brand and it's where you're going to go. But I am doing this for the first time, the boot camp, and I just launched my first book as well. And therefore, I have a very special offer to offer you, but it is a very time-limited offer. I want you to be able to get this whole thing for only $497. And I'm talking about the book, the e-books, the 2 sessions live. I'm talking about a whole weekend with videos. Everything will be recorded, something that you can go into, refresh your mind anytime you need, but only today for $497. So I encourage you, of course, to go in there, jump into this place. I know that Kisha will send you a link to this as well so that you can go all the way. And I do hope that this is of value for you, because that's the most important thing, that you see that going in there, knowing who you are, knowing how to make your decision and take your next steps into a road that is filled with purpose and passion, that is of value for you. Now before, and I'm going to take off here, see where you are. Now, before we quit this today, I am really excited to see if there are any questions to me. Kisha.
Yes, I am looking. Is Javanti Caddy on the line? Or I'm sorry, Janavi Caddy? I look like he had a question. I'm not sure. I don't see the question being answered. Let's see here. If I click this, I'm not sure if he had a question. Either or, check in the chats. Not a question so far, but I think you covered the information quite in detail.
Well, if there are any questions, I also would like to encourage you to drop into my Facebook or LinkedIn or Twitter and send me your message from there, and I'll be happy to answer you from there.
This is awesome. Runa, thank you so much for taking the time to reveal your secrets for branding your X Factor. As she mentioned, I'm going to be sending out the links in an email just as a follow-up, and then you can also hear the webinar again for any points you might have missed, or if you just wanted to go back and read, take some notes, or anything like that. I'll be sending it out via email. Runa, you were absolutely amazing as always.
Well, thank you.
And thank you guys so much for your time.
Your own matter.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you guys for your time. We promise we respect your time and keep it short and to the point, and Runa did just that and beyond. And I look forward to connecting with you all. And again, look for some emails from me to follow up later this week with the links and the webinar replay and so forth. Make it a great week, everyone. Thank you, Runa.
Bye.
Bye-bye.